Buongiorno! Welcome back to the Italian campaign, Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So we got another pretty big battle in the Mediterranean versus the French fleet. This time featuring 4 of our battleship, the Monton d'Oro, which we've seen in previous battles. It's the newest battleship. The Aquila, which is the second newest battleship. I don't think it's seen combat before. And the old San Pietro Apostolo and Vittoria, accompanied by 2 of the now quite old Regina class heavy cruisers and the not so old Etna class heavy cruisers, which are, well, they are fast but fragile, so we're gonna see if we can put them to use somehow. They're probably just gonna be wasted if I just keep them following the slower battleships. The Reginas can follow the battleships, they're kind of slow anyway. And of course we also got some DDs. Yeah, 3 Euro class and the more expensive Giuseppe La Massa class, which is more like a destroyer leader. But facing us, a whole lot of DDs, the Actea class, some of them in their original form with a reasonable 32 knot top speed. Some of them in one of the refits configurations with a completely useless 24.6 knot top speed. So hopefully the slow ones are gonna keep the fast ones like to their same slow speed. Like they're all gonna follow the slow ones, if that made sense. Also got a bunch of light cruisers. No, these are not the, they're not very good. And a bunch of the heavy cruisers, which we've sunk quite a few of already. They're also not very good, but some of them have been refit and are now armed with 10.4-inch guns. They are even slower. They might have even more armor. But the exciting bit is this St. Charles 1914 TT class battlecruiser, which is a shared design ship. That means a human designed this, and it looks good just looking at the stats and the numbers, and being human designed it might well be quite good. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, 9 heavy cruisers, 10 lights, and 9 DDs. So we're quite outnumbered. That in itself is not a surprise. Just gonna have all my battleships in one division. Let's see, DDs. Ardente, you're gonna be actually, what I'm gonna do, seeing as this is one of the more expensive DDs. No, it's not. This is not one of the more expensive DDs. That's the expensive one. Yeah, you're just gonna follow those. I was thinking about detaching Francesco Stocco. Seeing as this is a fleet battle, her view range is not going to come into play. She only has 1 triple launcher versus the 2 quad launchers on the cheaper Euro class. So yeah, being quite expensive, more than twice the cost of another DD, and not having near the same torpedo armament, I think Francesco Stocco will go alone. Not sure if I'm gonna just send her home, or let's just have her do donuts back here to begin with. Might be needed to screen for enemy DDs. Partenope, Regina, you guys are detaching, and you're gonna have the exciting task of just following the battleships. And the two Etnas. I think I'm just also gonna have you do donuts in the background until I need you to screen for enemy DDs. Again, the Etna class is very, very expensive. I don't want to waste them by just having them sail around and get shot at, because, well, they are also quite fragile as far as heavy cruisers go. Now let's take a look at this battlecruiser, which should be this thing. Yeah. Yep. A human made this. It almost looks like I made this, but the name doesn't check out. Got 10 13-inch guns. Decent range. Let's see, Aquila and Montandoro, you got the 15-inch guns. You're gonna focus this this battlecruiser with AP. Vittoria, you're not in range of anything quite yet. But I assume you will be in time. So this must be the mass of light cruisers and DDs. No, don't switch targets, Aquila and Monton. Also, you're gonna turn your guns off for now. There we go. First salvos are hitting. Let's bring those DDs in. I want a wall of torpedoes heading towards the line of enemy ships. That's quite the line of enemy ships too. And they're like just bearing down upon me. What kind of torpedo ranges are we looking at here? It could be relevant. Well, it will be relevant. It is relevant. Let's see, let's have you split your fire a little bit. Have this line of DDs turn into a line. Okay, now it's time to, well, we don't quite have the torpedo range. Aggressive launch is on. The torpedoes are going to continue on past their maximum range. Ardente, are you gonna eat that friendly torpedo? Almost. You almost did. Etna and Vesuvius. Okay, we're gonna sink these white cruisers here first. Because they're kind of in the way. My DDs are getting out alive. Francesco. No, you don't have that many torpedoes, but you do have some torpedoes. Regina narrowly avoided getting hit by torps. There you go, Francesco. The torpedoes are off. No, Regina is not going to get hit. But that enemy heavy cruiser just got hit. Let's see, Francesco Stocco. Maybe you should kill some DDs while on your way out. Let's see, Montandoro. That cruiser, battlecruiser is almost dead. Let's take a look at it before. Maybe you can be on the thumbnail. It's quite a good looking ship. Yeah, we're gonna be on a thumbnail. "12-inch main belt, 6 fore and aft, 2 main deck." Yeah, this is very reasonable. Normally I'd say 2 on the main deck would be too thin, but this being Dreadnought Improvement Project and deck penetration having been reduced from vanilla, it's perfectly reasonable in this era. Yeah, good ship. This is basically exactly like how I would have built it. Yeah, if it hadn't been for the TT signature, I would have just guessed it was my ship. Now, are we gonna get our not the Francesco Stocco, but these 3? They're all in good shape. You're in Division 7. Yeah, they're in good shape. They can do another torpedo run once they reload. I'm glad I got them out alive. Regina, kill that cruiser, if you will. DD, I meant. Ouch. Yeah, that's one dead DD. And that should be... No, not quite the end of the battlecruiser. Francis Garnier, dead. No pens. Etna and Vesuvius, you can kill some enemy light cruisers. San Pietro Apostolo, you should probably be engaging some heavy cruisers. DDs are almost ready, so I'm gonna bring them back. Regina taking some fire. She's really too slow to actually get out of the way anyway, so I'm just gonna keep her going steady. Can at least return fire on these two armored cruisers. Your 9-inch guns can pen not that much. Wouldn't say you'd be able to reliably go through that very thick armor that the French cruisers have. That's what the battleships are for. Yeah, now Regina, you are actually detaching and going off on your own. Etna and Vesuvius, they're gonna kind of circle around like this. Meanwhile, the DDs are back, ready to unleash some torpedoes that may or may not hit something. Okay, they're being engaged now by the light cruisers, but the light cruisers don't have a lot of firepower. You got one 6-inch gun each, and some other stuff that don't really have a lot of range. Let's pick out some targets for you guys. Yeah, that's good enough. Actually, no. This guy is circling around. So the torpedoes are not going to hit anything useful when they miss their intended target. Don't get in front of your squadron mate there, Euro. But I guess you're about to. This is... oh, gosh darn it. Why? Good thing I didn't launch my torpedoes yet, because this is gonna need some attention. Okay, you can circle around that way. Is that good? Yeah, that should work. Are you launching? You're launching. Now you can turn your guns on and engage that DD. You guys are also sailing way too close to one another. gonna detach. And you're gonna avoid torpedoes on your own. Okay, my torpedoes are in the water. Regina, I can just go home, if possible. Enemy torpedoes are in the water. But I don't think they're gonna hit much. San Pietro and Vittoria. Can kill those two. I'm gonna circle the battle fleet around. There we go, got a torpedo hit on a DD. What else are we gonna hit? Dud torpedo. Etna and Vesuvio. There we go, got another flooding hit on St. Charles. Is that gonna be her death? I think we need our battleships to shoot at something more useful. Than the enemy battlecruiser, which is now really too far away to be a good target. Hoping my battleships can handle themselves. You're gonna load AP. What kind of armor are we looking at here? Not the greatest armor, but it's some kind of armor. We cannot get belt pens on the enemy battlecruiser. And the foreign belts are already perforated, so we're not going to get any more flooding there. These two should be getting dead soon. Arethu's is all incapacitated, really. One heavy cruiser down. No, you're not gonna fire at that DD far in the distance. You got the heavy cruiser right in front of you. Well, now it's dead. Regina, are you getting away with your life somewhere? Yeah. Good. It's not really worth much, but I guess she can still participate in some invasions or whatever before it's time to go to the scrapyard. This enemy battlecruiser is still afloat. We're gonna get around to it. Battleships are slowly making their way. Secondaries on the DD when you have range. It is practically dead in the water. Yeah, Etna and Vesuvius, you can just keep engaging that light cruiser. Hoping hoping to score some hits. Actually, Etna, you can target that one. And that's one dead DD. Taken out by secondary guns. What's the range to that enemy battlecruiser now? 29 kilometers. Yeah, well out of range. When I get Mark III 15-inch guns, I think that should be within effective range. You can auto-select ammo now. You're firing at angled armored cruisers. Vesuvius has taken a bit of damage. Well, they're still mostly functional. You haven't taken any flooding. Yeah, they've just not done much damage. I think I will send them home. The threat of enemy light cruisers and DDs is pretty much no more. Actually, no, you can just kill this light cruiser first, if you can. If you can land some hits. Actually, there are a couple of DDs here. Vesuvius, Etna. We're actually gonna go for the DDs first. With your remaining HE ammo, if you have any. Secondaries on DDs. What kind of torpedo range are we looking at from the cruisers? Okay, you do have decent torpedo range. So you're kind of primary targets now. Congratulations, light cruisers and DDs. You've been upgraded to battleship food. And these are electric torpedoes, minus 65 visibility. Minus 73 visibility. Good thing you did not get to launch. Like, it was targeting the battleship, battlecruiser with its secondaries and the DD with its main guns, which is just ass backwards. destruction. Major destruction. Maybe someone should take a look at that heavy cruiser just following us. Parthenope, more like Parthenope. Okay. Monton d'Oro. You have a turbo electric drive, don't you? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're gonna eat that one torpedo. It was a dud. The other one was not. He did eat a torpedo. But all in all, yeah, all of you just AP main guns on the battlecruiser. 10-kilometer range, you can pen it. Let's finally kill it. It's been sailing around in the background doing damage all this time. Monton d'Oro, you are in decent shape. Took a torpedo. That's fine. We're gonna go down to 19 knots. And maybe you guys should target the ones closest. San Pietro, you can keep killing the light cruisers. Actually, no, Vittoria, that is your job. You got 13-inch guns, the big 14s. Should focus on the heavy cruisers. There's a better division of labor. Yeah, these light cruisers are basically incapacitated. I think we've done quite well. Haven't lost a single ship. Some damage has been sustained, but that's pretty much unavoidable. We're slowing down this line of armored cruisers by hitting the lead ship. Monton d'Oro, you don't have to completely run away. Aquila, your big guns are better spent on an armored cruiser. Vittoria, you can take the last light cruiser. Now, how many ships do France have left after this? I don't think it's that many. Admiral Cecile is hiding in smoke. She just took a pretty mean hit. Actually, no, I want you to kill that too. She's actually got pretty decent torpedo range. And just having it taken out like that means I can turn in more and get closer to the enemy armored cruisers, of which only 5 remain. Now, when I have time, the Etna and Vesuvius will be refit and armed with 9-inch guns, because I now got the Mark IV 9-inch. And not only would that be complying with the treaty, I think it would be a better armament option. 14,700, that is actually slightly in excess of what the treaty allows, assuming these are quite old. Battlecruiser goes down. And now we got a case of more of my ships remaining than the enemy, so some of them are just gonna get doubled up. That's fine. You do get a minus from other gun splashes when you got several ships firing at the same target. You're reducing that with a bunch of tech later on to the point where it just becomes a non-issue. But in the 1910s, early 1920s, it kind of is an issue. It's still like, sometimes it's nice to focus down an enemy ship and just get it sunk. Even if it means taking a slight hit to your accuracy. If you can kill it sooner with more guns firing at it, then yeah, it might be worth it. There we go. Big damages. The Arrogant is arrogantly sailing along. Okay, everyone is focusing this guy. I think Aquila and San Pietro might want to focus the Arrogant. Before she runs away. Oh, you don't have that much armor. My target selection was backwards. Vittoria should focus that one. And the ones with the bigger guns should take on the opinionated or whatever. There we go. You are done. One ship remaining. Congratulations. Got my undivided attention. And how are we looking on ammo? Pretty good, actually. Well, Vittoria has spent her HE ammo and not that much AP left. But all my ships with 14 and 15-inch guns actually have plenty of ammo. 113,000 damage, 294,000 damage, 343,000 damage on Vittoria. She's really been putting out the damage with those 13-inch guns. I was just about to say that, yeah, she's not been as punchy as the bigger ships, but Yeah, she's been doing the work. Although I guess mostly against things like DDs and light cruisers. There we go. Very nice. That was the end. Yeah. 144,000 victory points. Adding to our total. Let's see. Damage received. Yeah, mostly the 15s. But that was the ones that targeted you. 14-inch guns. Killed you. 13s. 13s and 9s. 15s. 15 mostly. 15 again. 15. That was 14 followed by 13. Yeah, I think yeah, here's where the damage total for the Vittoria came in. 13-inch guns on hitting DDs for just massive amounts of damage. So more damage in just pure numbers didn't really mean that Vittoria did the most. I just wanted to check that and see if I had made a mistake by going with 14-inch guns, but I don't think I have. Yeah, that was pretty good. How many ships do you have remaining now, France? 29 ships remaining, 18 of which are the very slow armored cruisers. Your growth is down to -12. You are rebellious and humiliated. Why is your growth down to -12? Am I blockading you? Yeah, we're up for round 2 with the heavy cruiser squadron. Let's see, can I invade Djibouti? Not this turn. Yeah, no, because I launched this one last turn. Alright. Yeah. We're at 440,000 victory points against France. That should equal quite a bit of money and, more importantly, quite a bit of land. There, and France, unlike China, France has a lot of stuff that I would like to take. Sarawak would not be a bad idea. And if they take Borneo first, before the peace treaty, I might take Borneo too. Sarawak has oil. Borneo will get oil, I think, further on down the line. But maybe focusing on their African territories would be better. I'm already taking the African coastline. The North African coastline, that is. And it's not like super valuable, any of this stuff. And it does mean more like sea lanes I need to defend. We'll see. We'll see what I can get when that time comes. First off, let's go to August and sink some more of those heavy cruisers. Alright, tension. Germany is gearing up for war with France and Britain. Another French admiral replaced. The invasion barges are barging in. And here we go. A bunch of heavy cruisers and one DD. Yep. we got two different heavy cruisers, the Vesuvio and Regina, having gone in for repair. That's fine. Let's fight. Now, normally in a matchup like this, I would have preferred to have battlecruisers instead of battleships. So I would have the speed to control the engagement. But I think I have that speed anyway with my battleships. Simply because those French armored bricks that they call battleships, heavy cruisers, are just, yeah, they're just so slow. Partenope, you can just follow Montandoro. Etna, I want you just going home. You don't really have anything useful to do in this battle, I think. The DDs, however, they can be useful. Possibly not you, just because of lack of torpedoes. But the rest of you, I will find use for. Even if that use is simply a like long-range torpedo volley. Into the mass of the enemy cruisers. At least that's what we're going for. So they got two lines coming in down towards me. Almost echoing Nelson at Trafalgar. I'm not sure if it's gonna work out for them though. Guns off. Because you're gonna need to be hiding in smoke when you get a little bit closer. Which I guess is now. I lost sight of my DDs. We are in torpedo range. There we go. And they're spotting me. 6 kilometers out. 9 kilometers out. 10 kilometers out. Aggressive launch. Torpedoes are going out. Al dente. Took a hit. Actually, you're just gonna detach all of you guys and have you sail away on your own. Hopefully without taking too many hits. As you egress. A little bit of maneuvering should help. Oof. Euro took some mean hits. Are we gonna get any torpedo hits though? Maybe. Maybe not the ships we were aiming at, but possibly still. Now, from this point on, this is mainly a battleship fight. There we go. Got two torpedo hits. And I want my battleships all firing AP. Partenope, yeah. You're just gonna go home again. Your 9-inch guns don't really pack enough of a punch to be that useful in this battle. There's the enemy DD, if anyone was wondering where it had gone. I scored 2 torpedo hits out of that entire volley. San Martino might not make it. Partenope might not make it either. Unless our big guns can slow these down sufficiently. Which it might look like we're able to. Down to 19 knots. Yeah, Thoreau. Probably gonna sink from that. But I've been wrong about that before. This time I wasn't. Monton de Oro. You have a new target. Mets. Not looking too hot. Oh yeah, San Martino went down. Ardenta probably not gonna make it out either. I want her targeting the closest ship with her torpedoes just in case she lives long enough to reload. 30 seconds before her smoke has regenerated. She's gonna live that long? No. More flooding. Might be the end of her. And she got some torpedoes out. So 2 DDs lost. Oh well. It's not really a disaster. Because if we can sink this entire French task force, what have hit you? Something accidentally, I suppose. We can take out these French ships. That means they pretty much no longer have a navy afterwards. That means... oh, there we go. We scored 2 torpedo hits from beyond the grave. That's perfect. Yeah, that means they no longer have a navy. That means their army logistics will take a big hit. We might end up blockading them. and basically no longer have to worry about their armies invading northern Italy. Aquila, sink this guy. Aquila, you don't have any big secondaries on you. You do, Vittoria. You got some 7-inch guns. Just to end that little DD. I would like to sink this this heavy cruiser before we enter into torpedo range. Basically, I would like to turn around like this, but this guy here is kind of blocking me. Can you die soon? Three battleships focusing the Thionville. There we go. That's Thionville taken out, which means I can get more freedom of movement. I still don't want my main guns focusing the little DD, which I can sink with secondaries long before getting into torpedo range. There we go. Not all of you. I wanted to divide your fire a little bit. Like so. Good enough. Partenope, you've still not been able to get out. We're actually gonna turn. They're gonna take a little bit more damage now, going broadside. But at least we'll be leading the enemy ships closer to the battle line. Victor Hugo. Victor, you go to the bottom now. As will you. Secondary is on the closest one. Are you a super armored one? No. No. With the non-refit versions. Oh, Partenope. Taking quite a bit of damage. Coldbird will be our next target. What can you actually pen at 11 kilometers? 4.8 inches. That's not even enough for an extended belt pen. I think Partenope might just die here. San Pietro, Vittoria, Aquila. Yeah, they were just really going for Partenope. She's no longer fast enough to actually escape them. She's hanging on though. Tough little ship. If she can get out alive, that would be preferable. If not, it's not really a big loss. What's your cost? 94 million. I really should have just sent her home to begin with. She just does not have the firepower to deal with this kind of enemy formation. She might make it out. The enemy seems to have stopped pursuit. Aquila, Vittoria, San Pietro, and Monton. We're gonna speed up a little bit. Get a little bit closer. Vittoria is running low on ammo. The other ones are good to go. Gonna set you all to auto until we get better angles. What about you? Euro. Got both engines out. Devastation. Just a solidly armored brick of a boat, and not even the best armored version of this class. But I think that's the end of it. No, it was not. It's gonna be soon. So they got 8 heavy cruisers remaining, and this one. So that's 9, but 8 after that one is sunk, is what I meant. I can count, believe it or not. Alright, let's focus on the closest squadron. We close in a little bit more. .3 knots, 21.3. Yeah, no, these are all the you launched your torpedoes at something. Either that or they exploded. Yeah, you did launch your torpedoes. There they are. Are we gonna get a couple of hits? Yeah, we are. 2 hits. On Portho. Very good stuff, Euro. That cruiser is almost dead now. Vittoria is completely out of ammo. So she's gonna detach and just go home. She was in a battle the previous month, so that's where she expended a lot of her ammo. There we go, flash fires on Jules Ferry. You're now targeting 1 ship each. That is perfect. I'm gonna bring you in a little bit closer. Even still closer. Actually, guys, you got perfect angles on these cruisers here that are following the Partenope. AP, please. All of you. There we go. We could save the little cruiser. Not really scoring the hits I wanted, but the range of 11 kilometers, yeah, which would be easily capable of penetrating that armor. Maybe now these ones closing in are the more threatening targets. Are you trying to get close to torpedo me? Keep an eye on that torpedo reload. There we go, you launched torpedoes at something. San Pietro, you're also going to detach. I don't know which ship is being targeted with torpedoes, but it could be either one of you. San Pietro, you got your rudder out. You're actually going to speed up. Monton de Oro took a torpedo in the previous battle. I would like her to not do that again. There we go. We're good. We're good. Torpedo threat is over. Don Pietro, you did... No, you didn't take a torpedo. Took a hit from something. Yeah, 9.3 inch aft belt pen. Not critical. Go back up to kind of a cruising speed. What's the cruising speed of the Aquila? You also got turbo electric. 20.2 knots. San Pietro being the one not running a turbo electric drive, thus having a lower cruising speed. There we go. Torpedo threat averted. Line is back in formation. We got 6 enemy armored cruisers remaining, which is about to be 5. And then 4, I guess, in not that long. But how? Damage numbers not that impressive as in the previous battle. But then again, we've been pretty much just firing at these floating bricks. They don't take that much damage with each penetration. Guessing they've got pretty decent resistances. San Pietro, you're going to target that one. Aquila, you're going to target that one. Kind of ruins the aiming thing, but nah, that's good already. At least they're bringing all their guns to bear. Tonnant being the most intact French cruiser, I think. No, Colbert and Impenetrable being in decent shape. Tonnant might escape us. In fact, what we're gonna do, we're gonna detach the Aquila. She's gonna follow the Tonnant and catch up to her because she is faster. While San Pietro and Monton de Oro, after you've killed the Potau, you're gonna kill these two. Is that the end of the Potau? Not quite. She needs a little bit more flooding to go down. Just a little bit more. There we go. Tonnant got absolutely demolished by Aquila, who can now turn about and help out here. And Tonnant was almost completely intact too. San Pietro, you're just gonna swatch target. Swatch? Swap target. Switch target. One of the two. Or just swatch, I guess. And there we go. That's Portao. Taken care of. 2 cruisers remaining. They are in fairly good shape. One shielding the other. See if we can get some more of those juicy main belt penetrations. Quite a good San Pietro here. Eight kilometers away. There we go. Are you gonna try and torpedo me also? We'll see about that. Okay, we're gonna switch targets for you guys again. Not that I think it's needed, because there goes Colbert. We only got the impenetrable left, and we'll see how impenetrable she really is. Once the 15-inch heavy cap ballistic 2 shells start landing. How many 64 hits blocked. Yeah, she's quite impenetrable. Yeah, that armor does help. It's not like a super thick main belt armor or anything, but it's enough that it makes a difference. And with the fore and aft belts being so thick also, she's kind of difficult to penetrate when angled. But at only 9 kilometers. There we go. Aquila is even closer now. Well, not quite, 10 kilometers. Which is not closer than 9. Let's see. That was the ending volley. And that was the end of not only this battle, but also this episode. And I think 94,000 victory points. Yeah, I think it might also be the end of the French Navy as a whole. We're gonna see. Alright. So we're at 538,000 victory points over France. Canada wants to buy my DDs. That's the expensive class. That is fine. France is having rebellions all over the place. I got some cruisers left, but it's just not that much. Army logistics is still at 100%. Let's see, naval invasion. Djibouti. Yeah, we should be able to take Djibouti. Not sure if we can take it before they take Eritrea. But perhaps. Got 4 turns left here. 37%, so their invasion is kind of slowing down. Not slowing down as fast as I would like to see, but still slowing down. And they're just sending everything they have into the Mediterranean. Where's the meetup point? It's kind of hard to see when there's so many pop-up things here. I'm just gonna keep this this formation in place and they're just gonna engage anything that comes in their way. And they're basically good to go as far as combat ability. Especially when the French don't have anything heavier than those slow heavy cruisers. So I think we're good. What kind of guns are we researching? Mark IV 10-inch guns. I would have liked to get the Mark III 15 first, but that's okay. Emergency diesel generator. What kind of turret mechanisms are we getting? Triple turrets on light cruisers. That's nice. That means we can start building some really potent light cruisers. Smoke composition, that's good. My DDs are gonna like that. And that would be coincidence 5, yeah. And then it is stereoscopic 5 and then radar. 39 months. Hull strengthening. Modern battleships. That means in about a 3-year time period we can start building the Roma class. If the economy allows. Armor forging. All or nothing armor scheme. Very nice. That's also going to take 2.5 years. But yeah, that's the end of the video. 2 pretty long battles. I think the first one was more exciting than the second one. But yeah, we'll see what we get next time. The French do have some ships left. It's not a very impressive force, but it's something. Let's see. We got light cruisers sailing around here. Are you guys on sea control or just sitting around? You are on sea control, yeah. So that means they should be able to generate some missions. Possibly. We have here Euro. Yeah. Euro gonna go to Mogadishu. And then maybe generate some missions around here. Some convoy missions, or maybe like if the French happen to have, well, they don't have any battleships left, but if they did and one sailed past, we could get one of those ambush missions. That would be fun to try, see if my DDs are capable of doing that. But yeah, that's it. Goodbye and take care.